Tickling. It's a universal language of laughter, from playful pokes to feather-light touches. We've all felt the irresistible urge to giggle when someone finds our ticklish spots. But have you ever stopped to wonder what makes tickling tick? What's happening beneath the surface of our skin and inside our brains when we're tickled silly? Tickling is more than just a funny feeling. It's a fascinating journey into the science of touch, the complexities of the nervous system, and the mysteries of the human brain. It's a reminder that even the simplest acts, like a gentle tickle, can unlock a world of sensations and emotions. Join me as we delve into the science of tickling, exploring the intricate mechanisms that transform a light touch into an outburst of laughter. We'll uncover the roles of nerves, receptors, and brain regions, and discover why some people are more ticklish than others. Get ready to unravel the secrets of this unique phenomenon and gain a newfound appreciation for the power of tickling. Let's start with the basics. Touch. Our skin, our largest organ, is a sensory wonderland. It's covered in millions of tiny receptors, each designed to detect different types of touch.
Some receptors respond to light pressure, like a gentle breeze or a feather's caress. Others react to deeper pressure, like a firm handshake or a hug.
When you're tickled, specific touch receptors called Meissner's corpuscles and Pacinian corpuscles come into play. These receptors are particularly sensitive to light, moving touch, exactly the kind of stimulation we experience when someone tickles us. They send signals racing along nerve pathways towards the brain, announcing, "Tickle alert! Tickle alert!"
But here's the interesting part. These same receptors are also involved in detecting pain. So why don't we perceive tickling as painful? That's where our amazing brain comes in.
Imagine a tickle as a traveler embarking on a journey. The journey begins at the skin, where touch receptors receive the tickle stimulation. From there, nerve fibers act as highways, whisking the tickle signal towards its final destination, the brain.
The first stop on this neural journey is the spinal cord, the information superhighway of our body. The signal zips up the spinal cord, crossing over to the opposite side of the brain.
This crossover is why a tickle on the right side of the body is processed by the left side of the brain and vice versa. Next, the tickle signal makes its way to the thalamus, a relay station deep within the brain.
The thalamus is like a busy airport, receiving sensory information from all over the body and directing it to the appropriate brain regions for processing.
Finally, the tickle signal arrives at its final destination, the somatosensory cortex. This area of the brain is responsible for processing touch sensations, allowing us to perceive the location, intensity, and duration of the tickle. The somatosensory cortex is crucial for understanding tickling, but it's not the only brain region involved in this complex phenomenon.
Another key player is the hypothalamus, a small but mighty area nestled deep within the brain. The hypothalamus wears many hats. It regulates essential bodily functions like hunger, thirst, and body temperature.
But it also plays a role in emotions, including our response to tickling. When the hypothalamus receives the tickle signal, it interprets the sensation as playful and non-threatening.
This triggers a cascade of reactions, including the release of endorphins, our body's natural feel-good chemicals. Endorphins create a sense of pleasure and well-being, contributing to the laughter and joy we experience when tickled.
But the hypothalamus doesn't act alone. It works in concert with other brain regions, including the amygdala, involved in processing emotions, and the hippocampus, associated with memory, to shape our overall experience of tickling. Not everyone reacts to tickling the same way. Some people erupt in fits of laughter at the slightest touch, while others barely bat an eyelid. Why such variation in ticklishness? The answer, as with most things in science, is complex and multifaceted.
One factor is genetics. Research suggests that our genes may influence our sensitivity to touch and our predisposition to ticklishness. Just like some people inherit their father's nose or their mother's eyes, we may inherit our ticklish tendencies from our parents.
Another factor is our emotional state. If we're feeling anxious or stressed, we're less likely to find tickling enjoyable. Conversely, when we're relaxed and happy, we're more susceptible to the ticklish touch.
Previous experiences also play a role. If we've had positive associations with tickling in the past, we're more likely to find it pleasurable. On the other hand, negative experiences, like being tickled against our will, can make us less receptive to tickling. Laughter is often our first response to tickling. It's an involuntary reaction, a reflex we can't easily control.
But the connection between tickling and laughter runs deeper than a simple reflex. Studies have shown that tickling activates the same areas of the brain involved in humor and social play.
This suggests that tickling taps into our innate capacity for joy and laughter, reminding us of the importance of playfulness and social bonding. Furthermore, laughter itself is contagious.
When we hear someone else laughing, our brains release endorphins, making us more likely to laugh along. This explains why a room full of people can erupt in laughter during a particularly ticklish moment.
The tickling-laughter connection highlights the powerful role of touch in our emotional lives. A simple tickle can trigger a cascade of physiological and psychological responses, connecting us to others through shared laughter and joy. Ticklishness isn't just a human trait. Many animals, including primates, rats, and even birds, exhibit ticklish behaviors.
In young animals, tickling is often associated with play and social bonding. It helps develop motor skills, strengthens relationships, and teaches important lessons about boundaries and consent.
In humans, ticklishness emerges early in infancy. Babies as young as a few months old will often smile, giggle, or squirm when tickled by their caregivers.
This early response to tickling suggests that it's an innate behavior hardwired into our brains from birth. As we grow older, our ticklishness tends to decline.
This may be due to a combination of factors, including changes in our skin sensitivity, our emotional maturity, and our social experiences. However, even as adults, most of us retain at least a few ticklish spots, reminding us of the playful joy of touch. Tickling is more than just a source of laughter. It's a powerful tool for building social bonds and strengthening relationships.
When we tickle someone, we're engaging in a form of playful touch that communicates affection, trust, and closeness. Think about the last time you tickled someone, or were tickled yourself.
Chances are it was a shared moment of laughter and joy, a way of connecting on a deeper level. Tickling can break down barriers, diffuse tension, and create a sense of shared intimacy.
Of course, it's important to remember that tickling should always be consensual and enjoyable for both parties. Unwanted tickling can be uncomfortable or even distressing.
Respecting boundaries and paying attention to the other person's reactions is crucial for ensuring that tickling remains a positive and playful experience. Tickling, a seemingly simple act, opens a window into the fascinating interplay between our bodies and our brains. From the intricate network of touch receptors and nerve pathways to the complex processing that occurs within the brain, tickling reveals the remarkable capabilities of our sensory and emotional systems. So, the next time you find yourself giggling uncontrollably as someone tickles you, take a moment to appreciate the science behind the laughter. Remember the journey of the tickle signal from your skin to your brain and the release of endorphins that brings a smile to your face. Tickling is a reminder that even the smallest sensations can have a profound impact on our emotions and our social connections. It's a testament to the power of touch, the joy of laughter, and the importance of playfulness in our lives.